South Texas, time to feel the energy and excitement of Friday night football. There's hard-hitting action on the field every week, and we bring it right to you with action highlights from area high school football games from the top-rated 3 News Sports team. Time now for the one and only, the original Friday Night Sports Blitz. Sponsored by CCA Texas, Matthews CCAC, Ewald Kubota, and USA Foundation Repair.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Blitz. We're here, Brandon. I didn't know if we would make it here or not. We got 11 games to get to. Got them all in some way, somehow.
Yeah, it was a full day. We knew it was going to be double digits. Yep. We've been running around the Coastal Bend trying to get all these highlights for you, and I'm so excited to be making my debut here on the big show with you.
Yeah, and so let's jump right in. We got a lot to get to. Game of the week, Refugio and Hitchcock, battle of state-ranked teams. Here, early on, Refugio, Keelan Brown to Ernest Campbell, the fastest man in Texas, showing off the legs, and he gone. You're not gonna get him. The man's already got 3 gold medals. He's gonna win another this spring. Made it 7-0. Then Hitchcock with the QB keeper, Lloyd Jones III. He's not gonna be outdone. He's gone. That's 7-7. But then Refugio here would go back on top on this Jordan King score. Let's take a look. These two going down to the wire. Pop the graphic. 36 all in the 4th. Brandon, we'll update this game later. Take it away.
All right, awesome. So moving on now to Comal Canyon and Vets Memorial. This was a good game in the SA Division I. Canyon edged Vets last year. So let's get started here with Vets falling in the Noah Andres with this absolute bomb. Look at this. This Air Force commit puts them up 7-0. Yeah. Yes, so a really great start. And then moving into the red zone here. This is the Cougars inside the red zone right here with a big run right here. Nice game, but Canyon had to settle for a field goal here, so it'd be 7-3. And Vets senior defensive back now, Ryan Wilson. Look at this big time defensive play right here. Jumps the route, picks it off. A pick 6 right there, 14-6. That'll put Vets up. And so now, obviously, the fans really excited for this one.
Yeah, Eagles, and this is another one that was very back and forth tonight.
Yeah, and the Cougars actually got a chance to come back here. Dietrich to Harry Hassman for the big-time touchdown. 14-6 Eagles was the score at this point.
So let's take a look. Let's take a look at the final, shall we?
Yeah, okay, so 32-29, so Vets got the win in this one.
They lost by a few points last year to Canyon at the end. They win this year. Eagles 1-0 on the year. All right, let's get over to Flower Bluff taking on a Boerne team that went to the 4A Division I state championship last year. This was another game that went down to the final minute last year. Early on, all Flower Bluff, Jaden Pelucio to Jaden Johnson. The Jaden to Jaden connection was cooking early. Let him cook. 7-0 Hornets.
That is awesome. Against Boerne too, man. That is the best way you could possibly start this game.
Boerne started out 15-0 last year before that state championship, so just keep that in mind. So here, though, Boerne comes up with an interception. Charlie Stahl. Now, he would take this all the way back, but we didn't show it because it was called back for a block in the back. But Boerne still got the turnover. But later here, it's the Hornets defense coming up big there with the stop early. And then Pelucio this time going to look for Braylon Peters, the big man, and he's going to find him for the first down. Hornets moving the ball against this Greyhound defense. Then Pelucio, now he already had one wide open touchdown to Johnson. He's going to do it again. Boerne getting burned again.
Man, look at this. This is so awesome. Jaden Pelucio really just lighting it up through the air.
Yep, laying it right in there, made it 14-0, but Boerne would not go down quietly. Oh, you knew they wouldn't. Here, the Greyhounds, Thomas Dimmitt, he's going to take it to the house. He gone for the score. This would go down to the final minutes, but in the 4th, Flower Bluff gets it done. 42-35, the final. Wow, what a win for the Hornets.
That is a dynamite start to the season for the Flower Bluff Hornets. Big time win to get the season started.
So, okay, here's the deal. We saw GP last night with a statement win over Cal Allen. It's pretty much known that it's probably going to be GP and Flower Bluff way down the line, week 11, district championship, unless something crazy happens. So You got the GP statement win. Bluff answered it right back with a statement win of their own.
Exactly, and you have someone like Gino Pelucio too, who has multiple years of experience now at that starting position, and so now to do that against a team like Boerne that's had these really deep runs in the playoffs, that's got to be a really inspiring thing for him.
Okay, so we're going to take a listen from the Flower Bluff Hornets. Here's a little caveat. This was recorded in the first quarter, so we didn't know if we were going to be able to use it given the outcome, but now we can. Take a listen.
They thought they were going to try to come to our house. Boerne knows what's up. Boerne knows what's up.